Take 5 with Ricovibes, the ultimate in entertainment. Live interviews, social commentary, and so much more. Go tell somebody you're now locked into Take 5 with Ricovibes. This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by
Join us this and every Sunday for Memory Lane Sundays at Premier Restaurant and Lounge, featuring music by some of Atlanta's top DJs, playing the best oldies but goodies. Complimentary chicken with rice and peas with drink purchase. Doors open 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. sharp. Free parking, free admission, and free food. Dining, drinking, dancing, and hookahs each and every Sunday at Memory Lane Sundays. Inside Premier Restaurant and Lounge, 6924 Main Street in Lithonia.
What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, Ricovibes, and welcome to a special edition of Take 5. I don't think I've ever had a husband and wife combination sitting in the chair next to me. So welcome, Flawless Movements.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Now, introduce yourself.
So my stage name is Mima Flawless. Maria is the actual name, but everybody knows me and calls me Mima.
Okay.
So.
And my stage name is Livity Flawless. People make fun of me because I have flawless in my name, but I don't care. I go by Livity Flawless. Right. My real name is Oliver. And
that's a real Jamaican name, bro.
Yes.
Yes.
And I give you the commercial one. I don't give the real one.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oliver.
The real one is very, very Jamaican.
Yeah,
so
I'm telling you.
If I give you the real, the first name, they're going to be like, oh,
So now you got me curious. Now you got me curious.
We're going to tell that after the ear.
After the ear. All right. I'm going to let you slide on that one.
Yeah. No, everybody knows I grew up in a rum bar.
Oh, okay. But that's a good point. Most DJs grew up in rum bars. Yeah. Most DJs have an affiliate with rum bars. At least Jamaican.
No problem with that.
No problem.
Don't want the rum bar name.
So where did you grow up in Jamaica, though?
Well, I'm from East Kingston.
Okay.
I'm from Waterloo Road and Winard Road, and that's for a lot of people who might not be familiar with East Kingston. That's out by Rockford side.
Okay. Is that close to the airport?
No.
So I'm not Jamaican.
So I'm like,
you're not?
No. I'm from St. Kitts Nevis. Oh Lord.
Yeah, so I'm Kingstonian. Okay. Winwood Road, just to sound familiar. Was that by Arrows, was it? There you go.
I know that name from somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been to Jamaica more than I've been to my own country. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I grew up here in the US, but
I actually went to Camperdown High, and that's right up the street from Arrows.
There you go. Arrows is where I used to cut all my dub plates. So I'm very familiar with Winwood Road.
Old school.
If you don't know what Arrows, then I can't even talk to you.
No. These DJs nowadays don't know what Arrows is.
Can't even talk to you.
They right now, they're probably going to watch this video and be like, what's Arrows?
What are they talking about?
What are they talking about? Some might be like, what's a dub plate?
True. You're right about that.
You know how that go already.
So at what age did you start being a DJ?
I started about 15.
Okay.
And it was very interesting how I started. Because it was really by accident. I went, there was a bar down the street where my father used to go religiously every day, every night.
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a skittle team. A lot of people going to be like, what skittle? But we'll leave that for us folks up there. And I went down there to bring him a message because it was a Sunday, it was match day. And my mom sent me down there to give him a message. When I got down there, it was break. And there was no DJs. Normally in between break, there's DJ playing. There was no DJ. So I went around there because, I had knowledge how to turn on the system. And my first record that I put on that turntable was Michael Jackson, Bad.
Okay. Was that an indication of how you're going to be when you grow up?
Yes.
So,
bad in a good way. Bad in a good way.
Yes.
Right.
So, I put the record on and I play my favorite song. because, and everybody was like, yay. I was like, wait, okay, I like this. So I play the next Michael Jackson, and everybody was like, da, 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 and
So I take it you was a Michael Jackson fan.
I wasn't. Still.
Okay.
MJ.
Okay.
Don't let me start break out the dance.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I lose 2 front teeth doing the dance.
Wow.
Very much so.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how it started. And from that day when I just fell in love with the craft,
Right.
I fell in love with the reception, I fell in love with how you can control the mood of people. And that's me. And any DJ that knows me and you ever have a conversation with them can tell you, I'm so in love with being able to control your mood. I'm upset when I do an event and I don't have the party.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have the whole party dance.
I know.
If there are 300 people in the party in the event and I have 50 dancing, not satisfied.
You're not satisfied. Which is a good trait to have.
Yeah, not
good trait
satisfied.
to
And
have.
I'm very hard on myself.
Good
Like,
trait to have.
I literally have 200 people out of the 300 jumping, and my focus is
The 100 that's not jumping.
the 100 that's not moving. That's me.
I love that trait. I
Yeah,
love that
that's
trait.
me.
I love that trait.
Juggler can tell you.
Yeah.
Me and Juggler talk
we
about
talk
this
about it. Juggler and I talk
every
about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
talk about
that's
it.
just
Right,
me. I
right.
love being able to take you out your element. Cause people come to event and they want to have a good time, but sometimes so much on them brain, there's so much pressure that they're not able to be able to have the fun that they really want to.
Facts.
So we DJs, we are the one who's supposed to take you out of your element.
True.
And when I fail at that task, I'm not satisfied. That's why I said it last Thursday. This is the first. See, we've been here a year now, and it's the first Girl Farm Thursday I've played where I can actually go home and sleep good. Ask her.
You really calling yourself.
Oh yeah, very hard.
Very hard on this.
Wow.
I feel like as a DJ should not get comfortable, and that's a problem with a lot of DJs. They work themselves from here to here and stay there.
Yeah.
And their mentality, their physical being, everything about them tells you, I'm here, I'm good now. No. When you get here, try to get there. When you reach there, try to get
Try
here.
to get further. Yeah.
That's how you push yourself to be great. And once you achieve that title as being great, go for greater. Go for greatest.
I love that.
Yeah, that's just me. That's how I see it.
Love that. Mrs. Flawless, talk talk about your journey in music.
So mine is way different than his.
Okay.
So as I'm sure everybody can tell, I am not from Jamaica as much as many people might think
I thought you were.
am. I am not. I was actually born in Nicaragua.
Whoa.
So yes.
Okay. Do they have dancehall and reggae music?
They do. So we have on the I know.
Wow.
Yeah. So when you go to so I was born in the capital, Managua.
Okay.
But when you go to the coast, you have a city called Bluefield, which is huge in Jamaican culture.
Okay.
Huge. But
What language do you speak? Not the
Spanish.
culture. You just speak Spanish. Okay. So,
Yeah.
But you speak perfect English.
I do. Yeah. So
okay.
put me on the spot here. So yes, I do speak perfect Spanish. My parents grew
Right.
up and lived in Nicaragua all their lives.
Was that a requirement for you to learn to speak English there?
No,
No?
it was
Okay.
here. So when I came here, I came here when I was about 9 years old.
Okay.
So I did pretty much all my schooling here.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
had to obviously adapt to
Got
the
it.
language.
Got it.
But when I fell in love with dance hall, I'll probably say in my high school year, my freshman year. The school that I went to was called, or is still called, Southridge. So it's very a cultural school.
Okay.
And that's where the people that I kind of associated myself with, they were, a lot of them were Jamaican. So it kind of, resonated with me. I love the culture. I just fell in love with the music.
Gotcha.
I mean, I think my first favorite dancehall artist was Buju. So always, was forefront. Any Buju song. And in
Buju
the 90s.
culture days.
Yeah.
The culture days. We don't hear much culture anymore.
No, not at all.
This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by
I know what the ladies.
Join us this and every Sunday for Memory Lane Sundays at Premier Restaurant and Lounge, featuring music by some of Atlanta's top DJs, playing the best oldies but goodies.
You think I love
Complimentary chicken with rice and peas with drink purchase. Doors open 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. sharp. Free parking, free admission, and free food. Dining, drinking, dancing, and hookahs each and every Sunday at Memory Lane Sundays. Inside Premier Restaurant and Lounge, 6924 Main Street in Lithonia.
You're keeping an event. Let's say you're in your late 40s. You know your crowd is late 40s, late 50s. But on your flyer is going to say, oh, Ricovibes present his annual birthday party. And it's called Bones Check.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Perfect
But
example.
your party is labeled, oh, it's the Bones Check edition. But you want me to come play Celine Dion and Whitney Houston? No.
Facts.
No. The name of your event is telling me the crowd you're expecting. Don't tell me your party is called Bones Check edition. But when I come there and I play Bones Check and I play all these things, you want to be like, no, I wanted to hear some Whitney. No. You cannot go to home. You cannot go to an auto parts store and expect to buy groceries.
Perfect analogy.
For real.
Perfect analogy.
You are setting the tone for your event.
Yes.
So if you tell me your event is called Bones Check, guess what I'm coming there to do? Shoot it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And because
agree.
of that, a lot of events we don't get booked for because of where they mainly hear us play. But you do have to understand, we're not 18 and 21s. We're up there.
Exactly.
So our knowledge of music
It's a lot broader.
is a lot broader.
Yeah.
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 And to be honest with you, I would love to play on a source-to-source party. I've never.
Yeah.
You don't have too many soul to souls here in Atlanta, or that type of parties here in Atlanta. But we need to have more of them.
Yeah,
Of course.
definitely. Yeah, because it's like, in Florida, like you said, we're not young, I wish I was back into my 18s.
Yeah.
Me
But
young.
yeah, I'm young, and I'm head young. But like with me, you can tell, or he can tell you. I mean, my genre is old school. Give me my 80s, give me my 90s. I do my TikTok shows, like Wednesdays, I keep it on Retro Wednesdays, which is straight 90s, and it's just that, to me, that is my comfort level, because that is what got me into dance hall. So that is like my first love.
Gotcha.
So but even in that case, it's like you'll see 90s parties and they won't call us and be like, you would think, okay, they're on the older generation, but they would rather book an 18-year-old to come play 90s music. And you're like,
I always wonder about that.
What?
I always wonder about that. But I've given up trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out,
I'm not saying that they can't play the 90s genre, but I'm going to honestly tell you, it's going to be limited.
Yeah.
Very
It is.
limited.
It is.
Because
they're gonna only have a folder that has, a couple of rhythms, the main rhythms, your
show
pepper
time,
seed
the
and your
pepper
show
seed,
time,
right,
and
right.
but you come in with Black Widow and you come in with,
Yeah.
all these other rhythms. They're gonna be like, what is that?
Yeah. Or they may have one off the rhythm.
Exactly.
probably,
Or
yeah.
one song out of the rhythm, the one that they heard,
Right.
and the rhythm has 20 songs in it, and
Right.
all 20 songs are bad songs
Right.
on it.
But they
So
don't know.
they don't know. They don't know. They kind of pick and choose us of what they, So it's like they don't have the experience for it.
Yep.
But like he was saying, promoters are just different. They kind of, and unfortunately,
favoritism
It
type
is.
of thing.
I was just gonna say they have their favorite DJs and they have who they like and who they want in all of their parties, regardless of what they can come and bring to the table. You know, because you can have somebody that can come in and mush up the place with the 90s, you know, because they lived it, they breathed it.
Exactly. And they were actually playing it back in the days.
Exactly. And they just, you know, we're happy with, you know, the 10 songs that we'll get on a 90s, you know, themed party. You know, it's like, and we used to see it all the time in Florida. You know, they would have a 90s theme party, and 90s would be like the first 5 minutes of the DJ set, and then they'll just stray to the nowadays. So I'm like, you know, you don't, if you're gonna theme something or theme a party to that, keep it to that theme. Keep it to that theme. It should not, you know, because there's so much music from the 90s, not just dance hall. You know, R&B 90s was great. You know, you know, you had your dance 90s that was great. You know, your Whitney Houston's, your, you know,
pop 90s.
Your pop 90s.
That 90s.
Even the hip hop 90s. You know, and
that was even better then than it was now.
Much 100%.
So all the way around. All the way around.
I can't listen to
1999 was
And you still have some, you know, some because I can even go up to like 2010 that, you know, there's some good rhythms and some good music. You know, nowadays music, do I have it? Yes. Do I play it? Yes, because I have to. You know, but do I enjoy it? Am I gonna sit?
Like then.
No. Am I gonna sit and enjoy and dance to a nowadays song the same way I did to a 90s? Never.
Now, when you guys decide to move from Florida, where in Florida did you live?
Miami.
So when you decided to move from Miami to Atlanta, did you? I mean, Atlanta. Everybody always considered. Everybody always considered Atlanta to be a B or C market at that. So you're moving from an A market, which is the Miami, New York, Jamaica markets, to Atlanta. Did you think about that, and you think about your craft when you did that?
No, not fully. So I am at fault for that. I wanted to move out of Florida just because.
Oh, so you were the one who wanted to move?
Yes, I was the one that wanted to move. Yes, and he throws that in my face. You know, being a married couple, we get this this conversation going quite a bit.
Gotcha.
You know, and I know it was something that I had to consider, obviously, because I knew it was going to affect him greatly. I mean, in Florida, he was out 8 days out of the 7 days a week. You know, he was out every single night. There wasn't one night that he didn't have a gig. But I thought, you know, my thought process was, you know, just the economy of Florida and just the way that Florida was moving outside of the craft.
Gotcha.
Because like I was telling him, you know, I have a corporate job. I have a 9 to 5 that I do, you know, and I get my benefits and everything. So DJing for me is fun.
Gotcha.
You know, DJing for me is love. Exactly. Is for the love of the craft.
Got
but
it.
It's not my breadwinner, and it never has been. You know, so I was in a way selfish in that sense of, you know, I kind of pursued, you know, the job and the corporate job, because it is what pays our bills, you know, and what pays our bills mainly, because he brought home, you know, quite a bit with the music. But for our setup for the future and for the retirement, at one point in time, music is going to have to fall in the background.
Gotcha.
Because eventually...
I don't think he wants to hear that.
He doesn't want to hear that. But, you know, the parties are getting younger. The crowd is getting younger. You know, eventually we're going to get replaced. You know, there's going to come a time where, can we get a party here and there? But it's not going to be the way that it was when we were in our 20s.
Consistency is not going to be there.
Exactly. So, you know, I was selfish in that part of it, in the sense of, okay, I'm thinking further. Once music is not 100%, and once music is not providing what we needed to provide, what am I going to fall back on? What's going to pay the bills?
Gotcha.
You know, so it's, you know, it was kind of like, it was a very difficult decision to do that for that reason. But at the same time, you know, it's like, we're going to get to a point where we're not going to be out, you know, in our 60s playing, you know, at parties for 20-year-olds, you know?
Playing the play and land.
So, so that was one of the main reasons. And just the cost of life in Florida was it's
similar to New
ridiculous.
York.
Exactly. It's just getting ridiculous. You know, although traffic here is not much better, but it's not as bad as it was in Florida when I had to, go into the office. So that's pretty much one of the reasons. And, I also viewed it as maybe a new or a restart in music.
Reinvent.
Exactly. But at the same time, you have so much politics here as well
you do.
that,
You do.
that, it's like you got to figure out where you fit in and how you can get in to the promoters from here. I mean, we knew every single promoter in Florida. We knew pretty much every DJ in Florida because we'd been there,
Since 97 for
Since
me.
97 for him. Wow. He had been in Florida. And I'd been in Florida since 87. So, so it's a long time we've been there. So, we knew the people, but I think at the same time, as much as that was a blessing, it was also a curse.
Correct.
Because you know everybody and everybody knows you. So you're like, and I think Florida is very difficult in that sense, or different in that sense of, like here, if you have somebody new, everybody's kind of like, we'll kind of see what they can do, what they don't do, who they are. Florida, if they see somebody new, you could be here for 30 years, and they're like, oh, move. And they'll bring in the new person because it's just a new face.
Wow.
So you could be there proving yourself for 30 years, and they know how you play. They know what you can do to the crowd. They know what you can do to the party. They know how you can perform. But somebody that just comes in and says, I'm here, I'm a DJ. They're like, okay, we don't need you anymore. You come in and do it.
So it's the opposite. It's
the opposite of here. And then after they get kind of used to that, and they see somebody else, they're like, okay, we don't need you anymore. Now this new person came in, so it is the opposite, and it's difficult. It was kind of like a blessing and a curse, knowing everybody and being on parties all the time. Because like I said, he was on
everything.
Yeah. Me, I keep it to weekends because I do have a corporate job. So you'll see me at a party Friday and Saturday, maybe on a Sunday if I ask for, that next day off. Right. But I had to be up at 4:00 in the morning to get ready for work. So yeah, my sleep comes first.
So Olivia, what was the transition like for you? I mean, we know what it's like for her because it was primarily her decision. What was it like for you?
Still a transition.
Still a transition
because it's like I have what do you call it now? I have a characteristic where I'm kind of withdrawn. You might not believe because
we know you.
But Livity and Oliver is night and day.
Gotcha.
When you see me out, I'm in DJ mode. Hey, how you doing? Yo, what's good? Hey, yeah. Oliver.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's
sometimes that's the best way to be though.
Yeah, Oliver is like shy. Yeah. Don't like spotlight. Don't like attention. Yeah, go for it.
We can tell when you're on the MC mode, we cannot tell.
Too different. And if there's certain things you can use to tell. If you notice when I'm in like girl farm, I'm in a corner.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
reserve
corner. I'm over here. Yeah. But to be honest, once I have that microphone and once I'm behind that laptop, night and day in characteristics.
Like Jekyll and Miss Hyde.
I was just thinking that, the alter ego.
Yeah, and the thing is with me, I'm not very outspoken with people. So what it would take for a DJ that's new, in a new city, a new environment, new everything. Hey, I'm Living Flawless. How you doing? You know I'm DJ. You will not get that for me. So that's a downfall with me in music.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
But I can't do that either.
I can't.
You either know or you don't.
Yeah, I can't.
Yes.
I just can't do it.
The next
I guess it's the age, our age group.
I think
I've
so.
always been like that.
Yeah.
I've always been like that. And the thing is where I have a different approach from most when it comes to music and playing. A normal DJ, a regular DJ would be like, oh, that's Rico. Him keeping birthday party. I need to make sure I know Rico. Hey, Rico. And then when your party come on, hey, I see your party coming up, put me on the party, man. Just how much? Okay, no problem, I'll consider how much you charge. Just just give me this and give me that. No. Yeah. I can't do it. Me now, my approach is, I see Rico over there in the corner and I'm playing. I'm a show out. I'm going to go extra hard. So when Rico hear me play, Rico have no choice but, yo, who is that? Never heard, he can play. I must consider him. That's my approach. So you see, within that time frame, Rico party come around, Rico don't call me, I'm going to catch him next year. So the next event, I see Rico in the corner and I know Rico party coming up next year, I'm going to show it worse. Why? Because I want Rico to see what I can do musically.
Right.
I don't want Rico to book me because, oh, Rico know me now. Me and Rico cool. And I tell every promoter this. Yeah. Any friend that I have, I even tell Juggler, don't book me because we cool. Book me because we can play music. If you feel like I'm not fit for an event, don't feel like if you don't put me on the event, we're going to fall out. No. That only going to tell me and motivate me to go harder. So I say the next event, yo, I heard Flawless play here. Yo, I got to book him. That's the kind of booking I like.
Gotcha.
That's why you don't see me at every event either. Not because, oh, we all know you're new. You got to go to this event. You got to go to that event. You got to get me known. You got to make everybody know. Yes, it's going to happen in time. But what I don't want to do is, I don't want to be that DJ that's playing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all 7 days of the week. Everywhere where there's a speaker, I'm there playing. No, I don't want to be that DJ. I want to be that DJ that when you see me putting up my laptop, you're like, it's going to be good.
You anticipate something good.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
Can't be predictable.
Yeah.
And you only can, if you're playing out 4 days out of the week, every week, you only can change up your style so much.
So much. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you straight up, what you have heard, and it's not no brag and boast, but I'm telling you, DJ to DJ, selector to selector, musician to musician, what you have heard so far, you haven't heard nothing yet. Because we have yet to be comfortable. And I'm telling you straight up. And one of the main factor in music to be considered, like everybody going to know it. Trust me. Everybody know it, we can play music. There's not one person you're going to encounter and be like, oh no, they can't play. Everybody's going to say, oh yeah, them can play. But the main factor is we're not known yet. We're not that people's choice yet. And you know, as a DJ, if you're not that people's choice, you have to be that, oh yeah, I know him, yeah, him good, yeah. And that, yo bro, what's good, what go on? And you're on the phone with this one today, you're on the phone with that one after that, you have the phone. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Me, I can be friends for 20 years and we might not be on the phone. We'll probably be on the phone probably one time for the week for 5 minutes. But the relationship don't change.
Solid.
It's solid same way. Solid. Because my thing is, I don't want people to rate, respect me musically because you know me. Listen to play. Listen to the fine details of what I do and respect me and rate me for that. Forget about Oliver. Forget about levity. Just see me and respect me for what I do with the crowd. And you know the funniest thing? The hardest set of people to please in an event is the promoter.
You're right. You're right.
You ever think about it?
No, I've thought about it, of course.
You will have 300 people in the event and you will have all 300 people swinging off the roof, jumping off the ceiling fan, climbing the counter. You see, as long as you never give that promoter a discount, it's the hardest promoter it's the hardest person to please.
Yep.
And it's like I tell everybody, it doesn't matter who we are. We can be friends. But when it comes to me and my music, my price is my price. And I would like to keep it that way. Reason being is, regardless if we are friends or not, if you book me because you know what I can do, my price shouldn't be a factor.
Perfect.
Because if I'm booking Rico to do videography, pictures at my party, Rico say $1,000. I'm giving you that 1,000, you know why? I know the quality of Rico pictures.
And video. Yep.
And video.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Rico, I'm a friend. Yep. So why wouldn't I want to make Rico make money?
Exactly.
And pay him when I'm worth. When I'm saying worth.
A lot of people don't respect that.
They don't. They don't.
And that's the thing. That's why there's a lot of the DJs them now. They're on so many events. Not saying they're not good, but they're on there so many events because they're affordable. Yeah. And it's one thing with when you're too affordable. Let me tell you what happened now. Your prices are your worth is always going to be on a decline.
Yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen? Oh, this last year I charged me $150. Yeah, I charge you the same $150. But I always book you. So now this year going to have to be $100 because I always book you.
Yeah.
Next year going to be $50 because I keep 3 party now. I book you on all 3. Yeah.
And not only that, there's another thing that which I would never forget. A DJ in Florida would say, "Listen, you can ball down my price. I can come back and charge you $600." And you're gonna say, "Well, I can't pay you $600. I'm gonna give you $300. That's what I can pay you." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna give him a $300."
Juggling.
Wow. I'm gonna give them a $300. I am not gonna put my 100% because you ball down. So I'll come in and I'll, and just give him a little bit. But it's like he's like, if you're gonna ball me down on my price, you want to book me because I can bring something to your dance, and you're going to cry down my price, then I'm going to cry down my event, my performance. And it's something that always
you get what you pay for.
Yeah, always resonated with me with him because of that. Because I was like, and it's true, and it's like sometimes you just see it, and yeah, can we push to be on more flyers? Can we push? Yeah, can we go up to every single promoter and be like, yeah, book us? Oh, you can give us a $50, or you can give us a this. But then what does that cost for us? Yeah. You know what? Because promoters discuss within each other too,
of course.
So so if I come and do you and I'm thinking, okay, we're new and we want to make an impression on you, okay, Rico, you know what, we'll do it for $50. So give us $100, give us a gas money, which the famous give us a gas money, yeah. And then you know what, you're gonna talk. If we do good and another promoter comes to you and says, you know what, they did good, blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh yeah, we just have to give them a gas money. That's it. So you know what, when we go to the other promoter because they like the way we performed at your party, then they're gonna come and we tell them, okay, well we want $300 for your party. They're gonna be like, well wait, you just charge them $100, the gas money.
And that's the end I feel.
And that's the end of it, because when you give them the price, then they're gonna be like, oh, I can get 2 more DJs for what you're charging me.
Facts.
And it's difficult. And I tell him all the time, and we have this conversation all the time. And I tell him, I said, listen, what it takes for you, because to me, honestly, and not being biased, not because he's my husband, not because we're married, to me, nobody can play better than him because he actually learned the craft of DJing. Gotcha. It's a craft. It's a profession. It's something that you learn and you master. And there's nobody that can blend music better than him. I me and him have this argument all the time because
you compete with each other.
We do
verbally.
Yeah, verbally.
Okay,
because he'll come and he says he will never compete against me. He's like, because that's gonna be losing. He's like, it doesn't matter what you play. There's nobody that's gonna vote for me over you. Mm-hmm. And I tell him, okay, so like on TikTok, everybody's like, oh, you and your husband should have. I'm like, listen, no, he's not coming. He's not gonna come and compete.
I've actually watched your show though.
Have you?
Pretty good show.
Thank you.
That's a losing.
That's a losing. Yeah, that's a lose for him. So he says.
It's like right now, Rico, a promoter called Rico. I wanted to clash Stone Love. Rico gonna say yes. You know why Rico gonna say yes?
Because it's
a win-win for you.
Yeah. Either way,
you lose
whether you lose or not.
You know why Stone Love going to decline? They don't know
They have
who
nothing
Rico
to
is.
do, and they have nothing to gain.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Again.
So that's exactly why, so
Gotcha.
he's like, it's a
Gotcha.
lose-lose for him.
Gotcha.
And, and I always tell him, I said, listen, yes, he taught me the craft, and yes, I can do it, but I still can't do what he does.
Right.
Because I never.
So you don't MC?
I don't MC.
Okay.
I do it on I do it on my TikTok show, but like to do it in
a party settings.
Yeah, it's like
Gotcha.
I would blank out. Nothing comes to my mind. So
So even when they have an all-female cast and just okay, this is an
Yeah.
all-female lineup,
Yep.
you still don't MC.
I will not MC.
Wow.
Yeah, she's that shy.
I am that
She's
shy.
that shy.
Yeah.
Like,
So that's one hurdle you need to conquer now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like
and
shut down shy.
Shut down shy.
Wow.
So I think I've gotten a little bit better with like TikTok.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, so when I actually started, I started on Facebook.
Okay.
And of course, once Facebook stopped, letting you play
Copyright stuff
But
and all
yeah,
that
exactly,
stuff, yeah.
which is happening to TikTok now.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they just come May 19th, they're gonna stop it. So,
Lord.
yep. So now I gotta find another
platform.
another platform.
Twitch.
But Twitch, exactly. So we're trying to get everybody to kind of go and
Yeah,
follow the
yeah.
Twitch, which is the hardest thing in the world. But when I started on Facebook, I would not say a word, like literally nothing. I would just play music from beginning to end, and he was like, "You gotta say something at least." So he's like, "Listen, the constant people that are always coming, he's like, just address your comments to them, talk to them." So it's like I've gotten a little bit more comfortable on TikTok, so I'll talk a little bit more.
Okay.
But like that stage fright hits me when
That's
we're
it.
in front of like actual live people.
Wow.
Because once they're behind the camera, I can't see them. So
Yeah.
it's a different story as me and you being here, and me playing music like blank. Blank, nothing, crickets in my head.
Wow. Well, before you go, how can a promoter, whether in town or out of town, how can they get in contact with you to book you?
well, all my information is on every social media platform under Flawless Movements.
Okay.
So, literally, IG Flawless Movements, WhatsApp, TikTok Flawless Movement, Twitch TV Flawless Movement, Facebook Flawless Movements. Everything is branded
Flawless
under
Movements.
Flawless Movements. And once you go in their phone number, everything.
How about
all
SoundCloud?
contact-
Do you have a SoundCloud as well?
SoundCloud as well.
SoundCloud,
Flawless
So everything
movements.
is everything is flawless.
Everything.
So
flawless.
you're well branded.
Yeah.
Well branded.
Yes.
And that name has gotten me some heat, but it's cute. That's why at
Hennessy bus.
Hennessy Bar's party, I had to make it clear.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
So there was a backstory. I was
Yeah.
wondering about the
I had to
backstory.
make it
Okay.
clear 'cause,
Okay.
the word flawless is branded with a certain level of feminism to it.
True.
But the thing is like I had to explain and be like, I can do that. Cause my sound, my band, and you can't get more perfect than that.
True.
I'm the only DJ who can dance with my mixer. I'm the only DJ can hug up and kiss my mixer while in the event. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
As a team,
Fact.
you don't get better than that. I have a female that is like one of the baddest mixer. And I'm gonna say in the world. I'm going in the world because when it comes to blending, I taught her the blending. I taught her the concept of beat matching, not BPM. Beat matching. She don't depend on BPM. She actually use her ears to mix. She don't have
I
to
don't
have
look at the waves and
the waves and have to
Gotcha.
match up the BPM.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and say I have one of the baddest female mixer in the world. You don't get more perfect than that. That is flawless.
Wow.
That is flawless.
People, on that note, make sure you book Flawless Movement. That is the first family affair
it is.
sound system
Yeah.
that I've interviewed. So it's a good thing. It's a good
Thank
thing.
you.
Any final words before you go?
Thank you for accepting me and accepting us as what we are. We didn't. We wait a year, but you know what? At the end of the day, you had to see and learn for it to interest you. there had to be something there for it to interest you to be like, hey, let me get them on the show. I need to give them a chance. So we appreciate it.
Trust me, my birthday party is my baby. So for you to make it to my birthday party, I'm very, very particular who.
And hope you were satisfied.
And I was very satisfied. In fact, no offense to the other DJs, but I think you guys took the party.
I appreciate
And
it.
that's big.
You performed, outperformed everybody that night.
Yeah.
And not just my opinion, based upon everybody who went, who gave me their feedback. Awesome. You guys, it was outstanding. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And there's more to come.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's more to
It's
come.
going to be my last party. You know what I'm saying? So,
there's more of us.
I'll definitely keep that in mind because, the performance was great.
Thank you.
And I've seen even more since then. So,
well,
the Jugglers pool party stood out for me where you're concerned. Trust me. I was sitting there observing, and she did her thing.
Thank
Did
you.
her thing. So.
good.
And not just as a female DJ, just as a DJ. Period. Because I don't look at her I don't look at female DJs as female DJs.
Yeah, just the as a DJ.
Just a DJ.
And
like
and I think my note to that would be just that. Yes, am I different? Yes, I am different. It's obvious.
Right.
Female, not
Right.
Caribbean, but I truly believe and see myself as a DJ.
Right.
I see myself as him. I see myself as any other DJ. Just because, I'm doing what they're doing.
Correct.
There's nothing different about me other than what I look like.
Just your gender. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Nothing else. I can do what every other DJ and selector can do.
And sometimes better.
And a little bit more. Well,
that's how do. That's for you.
No, I'm talking in the DJ world.
Oh, in the DJ world. Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
She's very creative.
Okay.
She's very creative when it comes to music.
Right.
And when I say creative, I mean like in the terms of remixing,
Gotcha.
freestyle and stuff. She's but like I told her, I said, look, it's good when you can freestyle, what we call freestyle, and do remixes. But it's going to be more accepted once people start get familiar with you.
Right.
So
Facts.
like with me,
Facts.
I will do some out of the box mix, and you'll be like, the hell is he doing? But when you look at the crowd, everybody's like, oh my God, I never heard that before. That was, and I have a lot of them. But it is more accepted when you're
Once
more
they're familiar.
familiar.
Yeah. Once they're familiar.
When people are more familiar with you.
Because people are biased.
Oh, of course, yeah, we already know that.
If they know you,
Let me tell you
then
something.
they'll more,
Yes.
they'll listen to you more and
Dance
accept you more.
Dance are more corrupted than the government.
Well, you're absolutely right. And that's a different
That's
show.
a different show.
Exactly.
Yes,
Different
yes,
show.
Trust me,
absolutely.
we're learning. We thought we escape it, but
Right.
Yeah.
it's just a
Part of the business.
part of the business. We accept
Well,
it now, so it's
yeah.
a part of the business.
On behalf of the Atlanta reggae scene, let me officially welcome Flawless Movement to the Atlanta reggae
Thank
scene.
you very much. Thank you very much.
We're here to stay for sure.
There
So,
you go. If you have anything to say about it, right?
right?
Thank you very much.
On that note, folks, this has been another edition of Take 5. My special guest today, Flawless Movements. Liberty Flawless, Mima Flawless.
Yeah, one more thing.
Yes.
I want to say thank you to all the DJs that supported us and actually give us a helping hand.
Yeah.
Them know themselves.
Yes.
And to all the promoters who actually took a chance on us and booked us,
Thank you.
thank you. And to all the promoters who is considering it but probably scared to,
Take a chance.
take a
Take a
chance.
chance.
Take a chance.
Take a chance.
I can attest to that. Take a chance. All right, we'll catch you next time on another edition of Take 5.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by
I know what the ladies
Join us this and every Sunday for Memory Lane Sundays at Premier Restaurant and Lounge, featuring music by some of Atlanta's top DJs, playing the best oldies but goodies.
You think I love
Complimentary chicken with rice and peas with drink purchase. Doors open 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. sharp. Free parking, free admission, and free food. Dining, drinking, dancing, and hookahs each and every Sunday at Memory Lane Sundays. Inside Premier Restaurant and Lounge, 6924 Main Street in Lithonia.